Hey, what's good? I'm professional trainer, Coach Colin Castella, and today I've got 3 more ankle breaking moves that you're gonna want to add to your game. All right, so in today's video, I'm gonna give you 3 moves that you're gonna add to your arsenal that are gonna take a lot of ankles. Now, the best part about this video is all 3 moves are really easy to do and they're really easy to add to your game, but get huge results, get the defender slipping. But before we jump into it, if you really wanna take your scoring to the next level, just click the top link in the description down below or the top pinned comment down below that and get free instant access to my Insta Buckets workout. This is a quick hitting 5-minute workout I put together to help you maximize your scoring in game so you can score more points and get more buckets. Now, the very first one we're gonna break down is the stab pickup. Now you see a lot of elite level NBA players doing this. Guys like James Harden and even like Ja Morant uses this a ton. And the stab pickup is basically like a jab step that you execute mid-dribble and then pick it up for the big time separation. So it'll look something kind of like this. As you're setting up your defender, you're getting ready to go, you're gonna begin by bringing your shoulders high and then jabbing your foot forward just like that. So the whole key is with this jab forward, we're trying to get the defender to slide and give us space, right? Because as soon as I raise up and jab, that makes it look like I'm starting to go. But here's where the magic happens. As soon as I jab, I'm gonna pick the ball up, I'm gonna keep my pivot foot down, and I'm just gonna bring my foot back and load up into my shot. So the reason why this is so devastating is because it's really quick and it's kind of awkward. A lot of defenders aren't ready for this one. So as I come up, and I stab and I pick up, if I really throw my shoulders and get it moving before my hand comes and gets it, that's gonna get the defender moving downhill. Now the key to this, work on both feet, because if you can do it going both directions, you're gonna be virtually unstoppable. You can do the same thing, get here, stab your foot, pick up, load back around. Now the key to knocking down the shot out of this is get your dominant hip on rim. So it doesn't matter what side I do it on. If I do it on my right and I pick up, I wanna get my right hip back on rim because I'm a right-handed shooter. If I do it on my left and I stab pick up, I'm gonna have to shift my hips back around so I get my right hip back on rim. If I can do that, I'm gonna knock it down. It's gonna be a lot easier to hit that shot once you get the big time separation. All right, so the next move I love is the pump jab step back. Now what's fantastic about this is it only takes 1 dribble to break a defender's ankles, and it works pretty much every single time. Now, the whole key to this is we wanna do it to the defender who's closing out. So it works great against the 2-3 zone when you got a top guard closing out against you, or maybe it's the bottom man of the zone, or if it's in man-to-man, but your player's in help side closing back out to you. So the very first key here is we wanna catch 2 feet in the air, because we want to be able to go either direction depending on what the defense gives you, which I'm going to get to in just a second. So as soon as we catch 2 feet in the air, the very first key now is I'm going to throw a pump fake, right? So I'm going to pump the ball and I'm not going to raise it higher than my chin. I'm going to get it up somewhere around my chest, somewhere around here, and I'm going to really sell my eyes to the basket. So the key here is we're trying to get the defender to close as much space as possible so we can hit him with this devastating step back, right? So key number 1, boom, eyes to rim, ball goes up, keeping my hips loaded, and then now I'm getting ready to attack. From here, we want to read what foot the defender gives as their top foot. So when they're closing out, let's pretend the ball's me. When they're closing out, they're going to give a top foot. It might be their right foot or it might be their left foot. So because we caught 2 feet in the air, we're going to read what side they give us, and that's the side we're going to do our attack dribble to. So as I catch and I pump, if he gives me the top foot at his left, that means my first cross step, boom, is going to come towards the inside, and I'm getting ready to drive, right? So I'm always going to take my opposite foot, attack their top foot. So if he gave me his top right foot, I'm going to go my right foot over the top, jab step back. So here is really important because as soon as we get them to go, we're going to slam our dribble into the ground and we're going to load off our front foot to get that separation for the 3-point shot. Again, all about reading the defender's feet so you can go either direction. Now last key, once you get that step back, we pound the dribble, we're launching back into the space. Next key is keep your nose over your knee. So as I'm launching to a step back, I want to keep my nose over my knee so I can get nice power into the shot and I can knock it down. If my chest starts coming back and my nose starts going back, I'm going to lose a lot of power and I'm probably going to miss that shot short because I'm getting separation away from the hoop. So, recap, 2 feet in the air, quick baby pump, cross step, drive the ball into the ground, throw your shoulders, and then spring off of that foot to get that deep separation into the jumper. All right, so next one up, we've got the between the legs drag crossover combo. Again, this one's huge, and if you can add a little bit of shift to it, ooh, you're gonna get your defender moving every single time. So it's all gonna start with a live attack dribble. This one's really good to use in the mid-range, like you're driving to the hoop, and then you're yanking it back. So the very first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna throw on the brakes, and you're gonna pull the ball between your legs to your opposite hip, right? So the whole key here is as I'm throwing my head and my shoulders, I'm trying to break off that line, get my defender moving, right? So that's the drag between the legs portion. So I'm hitting it, snatching it back right here. As soon as I do, I'm gonna raise my shoulders. I'm gonna keep my hand on top of the ball so it's still a live dribble. I don't wanna get it underneath right here. And as I do and it comes up, I'm going to hip switch. So you're gonna see my feet kick the opposite direction. I'm gonna throw my head and shoulders that same way and then whip a crossover opposite. So think about it, as the defender's guarding me, they're running on my hip, I snatch it back right here, they're slamming on their brakes, and then as soon as I switch and do this, they're gonna try to go to cut me off, and that's when I yank it back opposite, get that space for a J, or get to the rim. This is absolutely devastating because you're using their momentum against you. Now the big key here, I mentioned it, tempo, timing. You don't have to rush it. When you snatch this back, work on keeping your hand on top or on the side, getting the hip switch, and then getting that tempo so you can yank it back, get that big time separation. If you get tempo, this one works almost every time. All right, don't forget, if you want to increase your scoring average, just click the top link in the description down below or the link in the comments down below that and get free instant access to my Insta Buckets workout. This is a workout I put together specifically for you to help you score more points in game, so you're not going to want to miss it. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, hit that like button, hit the subscription button, ding the bell notification. That way you actually get our videos and YouTube doesn't keep them from you. And then head to the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything off a request, so leave it down below and hopefully I'll be able to get to it. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Castell with ShotMechanics.com, and until next time, splash on.